Everyone's got a pet peeve. This week, I'll share one of mine. Coming up on Working Yourself Wednesday. Hey everybody, welcome to another edition of Working Yourself Wednesday. I'm Cory Mosley. I know we all have pet peeves. We have these little things that irk us, and sometimes they're just our own individual quirks, and then sometimes there's things that can hurt you in business. And one of my biggest pet peeves kind of ties to one of these long-time comments I've made. For a lot of times in training, I've talked about the idea of the difference between listening and people who simply wait to talk. And you know what I'm saying. It's the customer's talking, you've presented something, or you're engaged in a sale, or even you're just having a general conversation, and you're really not interested in what the feedback is because you kind of already know what you're gonna say. Yeah, that's not listening. That's just simply waiting to talk. So the tie-in here is a huge, huge peeve of mine, is when someone talks over me. So think about this for a second. It's like having a conversation, and before you can even finish your thought, somebody's already started talking. That just drives me insane. So the question I ask you is, it is one of those things where you have to become cognizant. You have to become aware that you're doing it. I hope most people don't intend to talk over top of people or be rude intentionally, because of course that's a super killer in business. That's a super killer when you're trying to work the deal or trying to work with a customer. The customer's talking and you're just, yeah, I know what you're saying, and just right over top of them. It's a killer. So if you are guilty of this, because there's a lot of people who are guilty of there, I want to give like a blanket message to start paying attention to those little nuances, because those are the things that can stop you from being a good communicator, a better communicator, and a great communicator, especially in, of course, two-way conversation. Now, if you like to talk to yourself and talk over yourself, then that's a whole nother conversation, and we'll have to get you a referral. But don't wait to talk. Truly listen in the engagement, and please, please, please think about how you're responding. Think about how you process the information, because I don't want you to be one of those people. There's nothing worse than a talented person who lacks communication skills. And one of those key areas of failure in communication is this idea of talking over top of people. So take a self-assessment, and if it's not you, talk to a friend about it, because I guarantee you know somebody that's talking over people and potentially hurting their business and friendships and other relationships. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you next week.